Yes, you did it! After 50 years of investing in index funds, crypto and real estate, you are finally a millionaire. Now you can enjoy the good life. But wait, you are 75 now, in a wheelchair, and you can't even walk anymore. What to do with this money? Will you finally make that world trip? Nah, that's too active. Who's gonna push the wheelchair? We Spartans once believed the standard investing advice, and as soon as we got our paychecks, we invested all our money in the stock market. But soon we realized that this was bullshit. Instead, we value our time. We spend our time working on our businesses, making mistakes and getting ourselves back up. This way we continue to keep improving our business model and in the process keep making more money. All this standard investing advice like just invest in the stock market, just invest in crypto or real estate, blah blah blah, you have seen it all. It's basically bullshit. I'm going to explain to you why today. Because most of this investing advice is focused on people who are already rich, who have already plenty of money. So they don't know what to do with their money, so they put it in the stock market so it can grow for themselves. But if you aren't yet rich, it's bullshit, because you are not gonna get rich from investing, And you can say, oh yeah, but if I just invest in Dogecoin, my capital will rise, right? Well, like 1 in 1,000 people actually get rich from that stuff. You always hear the good stories like, oh, that guy got rich from investing in Dogecoin, but it's basically bullshit. That doesn't happen to normal people. So investing is not the way to get rich. You should first be rich before you start investing. So for years I have followed this standard investing advice and I invested a lot of money, I was spending a lot of time, discovering how to invest my money. And to be fair, I actually invested 1,600 euros every month for 2 years. So I've did the thing, I'm not just talking about it, because I have invested for a lot of time. I invested in gold, crypto, stocks and all these things. So, and I'm telling you, how many money I earned in 2 years time of investing? Well, I actually lost money overall. I actually lost like 30% or 20%, because the stock market doesn't always go up. So I have to deal with this. But you've heard all this investing advice. Just put $5 every month in the stock market and just wait 700 years and you will be rich, right? You'll be a millionaire. You don't have the time. You don't have 700 years. And they will tell you just don't spend your money, invest it in the stock market. Don't drink that coffee because that money is expensive, you should put it in the stock market, you should save all your money. And you shouldn't live now, you should put all your money in the stock market so you can live a happy life later, right? So they will tell you all these great saving strategies, how to save on your food, how to save on your coffee. Just buy more easy foods, just eat rice full time. So why is this standard investing advice bullshit? Well, there is no get rich quick way. Because they will tell you there are a lot of if you just invest your money in Bitcoin, you will be rich in 1 year. That's not the case, The stock market takes around 50 years to actually be successful, and you don't have that kind of time. Okay, you do have that kind of time, but do you? Yeah. So they will tell you, just invest in the stock market for 50 years, and in 50 years you will have a lot of money, right? That's the idea of a stock market. It takes a lot of time. So even if you invest, you won't be rich quick. So, and even if you do it, even if you invest $100 every month in 50 years, you might have a nice amount of money, but you will be in a wheelchair. You will be crippled. You can't even enjoy the money. So at the moment you finally achieve your dream, you have finally the money to travel the world and do all these fun activities, you can't even walk anymore, you're too old to even, like, maybe you're even blind or something like this. You know, my grandpa had this, you know, he became actually blind at age like 65, and that's hard thing to grasp. You know, he loved to travel, but you know, let's say that would happen to you. You know, you have saved all your life to finally be happy when you're 70 years old, and then something like this happens. You want to live in the now. You know, you want to be able to use your money now to go on great, like, holidays, for example, to climb a mountain, or to go kayaking for like a few days and do all these fun activities, right? So, and even if you manage to actually invest $100 a month, and this is not a crazy amount, you know, everybody can do this. Everybody can invest $100 a month. Even if you do it, you will have in 50 years you will have $500,000, right? With an average return on investment of 7%, and 7% is like basically the average like return you get on the stock market, you know, the average, because the stock market goes up and it goes down. So if you just invest $100 a month for 50 years, you will get $500,000, right? Well, not quite. So this $500,000 won't be worth $500,000 anymore because of inflation. And if you don't know what inflation is, I think you lived under a stone, because you know that's basically all we talk about in the modern day. So inflation is basically, to give you a small example, it's like the devaluation of your money. So today with $50,000 you can buy quite a nice car, but in 50 years you won't be able to buy that same car. That same car will be worth like $200,000. And that's basically because of, you know, the money is getting worth less, and big part of that is because of money printing, because the government is like printing money like there is no tomorrow, you know, like putting on the printing press, because they don't know how to save their own money, so they just make a bit more. So when there's more money, your money is actually worth less. So, and this is like a huge problem today, and today we have like 20% inflation actually. So even if you invest in the stock market and you have an average return on investment of 7% each year, inflation will play a big part of that. And let's say inflation is 5%, you know, overall on average. Like today it's more like 20%, but let's just say it is 5%. So your money will be worth 5% less each year, and your return on investment is 7%. You know, your capital grows 7%. That actually means that your overall return on investment on stocks is basically like only 2%. So that means if you invest $100 each month, that you're like, at the end of the line, in 50 years, you will have $100,000. Like not $500,000, no, $100,000 because of inflation. So that's fucked. You know, that's like 5 times less than $500,000. So you spend all your time, you know, saving money. Just be a good boy and invest in the stock market. Wait 50 years and then you will be rich, right? You'll still be poor, because $100,000 will not make you like rich. So, and that is if the stock market performs well. And like 7% of the stock market is like the average return, but that is just if it performs well. There have been years that the stock market, like for example in 2001, the stock market had a huge crash. You know, it was at this high point, like a very high point. It had a huge crash, and it took the stock market actually 20 years to become you know, to get to the same point it was in 2001. That's like crazy, 20 years. So that's like almost, so 20 years is almost like half of 50 years, right? And there can be huge crashes, and the stock market is at a very, very high point right now. So if you start investing now, chances are you're gonna lose some money. And you know, some stocks have already fallen very hard, like the tech stocks and things like this. So how do I actually start investing your money then, if not in the stock market? So I've got 3 strategies for you to implement how you can actually like get some money in, you know, how you can actually use your money wisely. So, and investing is a part of that, you know, but not the biggest part. So the first step is you should like value your time more. And let me explain. So if you wanna, if you truly want to become wealthy, if you truly want to make some money in your life, and you might want that if you're watching this video, right? So working for a boss is not the way to get rich. Like earning $30,000 a year is not gonna make you rich, even if you really, really save a lot of money and really, you know, don't spend your money on coffee at all. And even if you like say, oh, I'm gonna climb the corporate ladder and I'm gonna be rich, the chances of you actually becoming like a CEO position are like very, very small. And these top guys who are CEOs, they earn a lot of money, right? They might be earning 100,000 like dollars a year. Yeah? And but these positions are, the chances of you reaching these positions are very small, and these positions are very, very limited. Like CEO, there is only one position of CEO in a whole company. So you're placing like, you're taking a lot of risks to actually say to yourself like, yeah, I'm gonna go for that position. And even if you become CEO, even if, you know, you earn $100,000 a year, congratulations. Now you pay 50% of your money in taxes because, you know, government taxes on income. So you are left with $50,000 a year. Are you going to become rich with that? Probably not. So is your time truly worth making $10 an hour? Think about this. You can make a lot more money if you're actually like starting your own business. Because if you work for a boss, you are just basically selling your time for $10 an hour. But if you work a business, you can actually earn a lot more money, and quite easily. Because if you're an employee, there's like a huge like ceiling of how much you can earn. But there isn't really a ceiling of how much you can earn if you like start your business. So there's like an infinite amount of money you can make. But this is basically your decision. Like, do you want to become wealthy or not? You know, if you say, well, I'm happy with $30,000, well, okay, you know, okay. But if you want to make more, you should think about starting your own business. And you know, taking a corporate job is basically the easy route. You'll because you don't really have to think about like which business to start and think about the business model you're gonna implement. You just have to work. But it's actually not that easy, because if you really want to become rich, the corporate way is not the easy way, because it's way harder to become that CEO position. If you're gonna start your business, then that's the easy way. But you know, if you don't start a business, you just have to work in your corporate job and do the thing you're told. So that's also quite easy. But that's just the way if you don't really want to become rich. So let's say I've convinced you now, right? You say, yeah, I want to start that business. Like, great thing to do. But how are you actually gonna start? I think one of the best ways to just start is like save up 2 to 3K, like $2,000 to $3,000, and or maybe even a bit more. So you have quite a bit of savings, right? And then just like stop full time. So you can just spend all your time working on your business. Like if you just say, well, I'm gonna like work only 4 days now, you will still be fully focused on your corporate job and not on your like actual business. And if you just quit, you know, you have like a sort of push, because you know you have to make some money like in quite a bit of in a short period, because otherwise you're gonna be like homeless, right? So just save up a bit of money and you just quit your job and spend full time working on your business. That's how I did it. That's how I actually did it, and I'm not making any money right now at the moment. So I've been doing this for 3 months, so I still have quite a bit of savings left. And one easier way to do this is just to, you know, move to your parents' house, even if you're 25. Like Hamza did it as well. So I am not in that position that I can, you know, do it. You know, I have still have my own apartment. I wish I could, you know, stay with my parents and save quite a bit of money, because if you live with your parents, you basically have like zero expenses, right? Maybe they will ask you for 100 or 200, you know, dollars a month just to cover their expenses, but it's really cheap. So why not, you know? The second way is invest in yourself, because investing in yourself is the best investment you can make. Like the return on investment of the stock market is 7%, but the return on investment, of yourself is way higher. So when I say return on investment, that's like basically like you invest your money and the return you get, right? If you invest in the stock market, if you invest $1,000 in the stock market with 7%, you will get you will get $70 a year. Whoa, big win! You earned $70. Like, fuck off. But like the return on investment on yourself is way higher, because you actually increase your knowledge, and when you increase your knowledge, you have the capability to make better choices in your life, to actually like make better choices in your business and actually earn money way faster, you know? So skills are way more valuable than stocks, you know? Develop your skills. Because yeah, and the best way to actually develop your skills is not like, yeah, let me just go to university. I went to university for 2 years. You know how much I learned? Not a lot. So I have learned way more in 3 months working on my business, working on YouTube, than I did in learning 2 years in university. So it's just a big scam of taking your money. They just want to take your money. They just want to get you into student debt. So how to actually increase your skills then, you know? I would suggest you start reading. Start reading valuable books. Let's say if you want to, for example, I read a lot of books and I want to start some kind of a fitness business at the moment. So I started reading a lot of business books to actually like increase my skills. So how should I, you know, set up my business? And I'm reading a lot of like fitness and dietary books now, so that I know how to implement these skills, these dietary and fitness skills, into my business. So I'm like increasing the skills I have. And this is very important, because, you know, if you actually start reading, you can make a lot of better choices. You won't be like spending like 10 years doing the wrong thing. You actually do the right thing. So reading is one way, but there are other ways. So you can also take a course, take an actual course from somebody who actually already did the thing you want to do. You can actually find a mentor, find somebody who already did the thing, and go into a coaching call with him. Like, for example, one really interesting video I saw was that of Hamza, like how to earn 10,000 a month. And you know, that's like valuable information, because he talked about the thing that I actually want to do. So, and another great way of increasing your skills is just to start your business, because when you just start your business and you actually do the thing, you will actually learn a lot. You will learn so much. You will learn how to put up a website. You will learn how to maybe talk to a camera and things like this. So by doing, you will start learning, and you will like find new things you want to learn, because you are not that great in editing yet, right? So you're gonna learn about editing. Talking about spending money. Don't be afraid to spend your money on education. Don't be afraid, because education, like books, courses, mentorships, coaching calls, are have a huge return on investment and are so important, way more important than your money, right? So don't be afraid to just spend a few $100 on some education, because it is actually gonna make you way more money than just the money you put in. And don't keep yourself from enjoying the now, because you want to because you want to invest your money and become rich in 70 years. You shouldn't live in the now. No, wrong. You should enjoy that moment. You should enjoy your life, because it is gonna boost your mental ability and it's gonna boost your happiness, so you can actually use this happiness and this mental health to put in your business, to learn a lot more. Like, if you are depressed, if you deprive yourself from drinking coffee and doing fun things, you will actually not become very happy, and chances are your mental health will go down, right? And you will not be able to do the thing. So just enjoy the moment. Drink that coffee, go on that nice holiday. Don't spend your money on the newest iPhone, the newest gadgets, because that's bullshit. But spend your money on fun activities with friends. Enjoy. And spend money to improve your business. That's also very important. Don't be afraid to spend a little money in your business, because it's gonna bring you more money. Don't be afraid to hire somebody who's gonna help you with your business. And one last thing is improve yourself. Use the money you have if you are starting to make some money, if you're starting to make some money from your business, you can improve yourself. And this is very, very important. Don't just keep, saving your money, but invest in yourself, like not only education, but also your health. So invest in a good diet, for example. What I used to do, I used to save all my money on diet. I would just buy the cheapest bread I could find, and this would be the only thing I would eat. Yeah, and I would eat dinner in the evening. But my monthly expenses on actual food were like $100 a month. That's not a lot, but at the moment they are $300 a month, because I invested in my food, because the food is the thing that's gonna fuel your brain and keep you healthy, right? It's so important to eat healthy food, and just to be fair, healthy food is quite expensive, So, but this investment is worth it. Also, just go to the gym. Just go to the gym, and just go do a sport. Invest your money in something like sport, because it's going to increase your happiness. It's going to increase your ability to actually work, to actually do the hard work. Because if you are constantly feeling like shit because you eat a shit diet, you don't exercise, it's going to be very hard to actually do the hard thing every day. And maybe invest in some like good clothes and things, so you can increase your status a bit. You can increase your the feeling you have of yourself, because if you have for example, if you just have good clothes and things like this, you actually feel better. I'm not saying just go buy the newest Gucci shirt. No, fuck that. But just don't be very, very cheap, because you will actually feel quite low of yourself, because you're a bit of an inferior, because you are spending no money on clothes at all. You look a bit like a homeless person maybe. And the third step I want to explain to you is how to actually start investing your money. Finally. So you've heard all the standard advice. Yeah, just invest in stocks, crypto, gold, in real estate. But I don't think that's the way to go. Maybe a bit of your money. So this is just This advice, what I'm gonna give you, is just the advice you can implement if you're already making a good amount of money. If you're making no money at all, if you're making, if you're broke as fuck, this is not for you. But it is very important to listen to this, because if you're already making 10K a month, then this is very important for you. So then you can actually start investing your money. Because if you start investing your money, you are giving away control. Because you are giving your money to the stock market, and the stock market is like, it is not in your control. So you're giving away all control. And this is the thing, if you have a business, you are in control. You're actually in control of like how much money you're gonna make, you know? And not all the time, of course, but most of the time you are in control. So, and if you really invest in the stock market, you need to be stoic. You need to be stoic as fuck. And with stoic, I mean, don't let your emotions control you. Because I'm gonna tell you a very funny story right now. When I started investing in Bitcoin, I was very like, yeah, let's go, let's just invest some money in Bitcoin, right? So I invested a lot of money in Bitcoin, and I actually bought Bitcoin at the highest point. And you might say, oh, that's very stupid. And yeah, it was, but I was new to investing, you know. I just want to invest in some Bitcoin. So, and you all know what happened to Bitcoin, right? It basically dropped like 80%. So all my money, I invested a lot of money, to be fair. All my money went down. You know, to be fair, I'm just going to tell them right here. I invested like 22K in Bitcoin total, not all bought on the highest point, but a lot of it. And you know, at a certain point, I looked at my Bitcoin account and it said $8,000. So I lost more than half of my money. And you know, I you know, it didn't make me feel good or anything, but I was still stoic. I didn't, of course I cared, you know, but I was not like, oh, I gotta get my money out right now. I gotta get my money out. I was always like, well, it's gonna go up, right? And it did actually go up. So I think it's like $30,000 right now. So that's pretty good. And I'm like $5,000 or $4,000 still in minus. So I'm already there. I'm almost there. But that's a big example, because if you see the stock market going up and down, you'll get a bit like you will get a bit crazy. So you have to be very stoic, and this is not for everybody. That's why stock market is not for everybody, right? And so you should invest in the right assets. So all these standard advice gurus always tell you, yeah, invest in the stock market, crypto, and all these things, right? That's the way to go. But I don't think that's actually the way to go. I've like changed my mind a bit about this. You know, I always thought that was the way to go. But the way to go, I think, is now to actually lend your money. So and that I'm gonna explain to you why. Because if you like lend your money, you will get like maybe 5% return each year, like not 7 or 8% like the stock market. You will get a bit less. You will get probably 5%. But if you, let's say you lend 5%, lend $1,000, and that's not a lot, right? So you are gonna lend your money and you get a return of 5%. That means that you will get, like, every month you will get a standard return, like, of course not 5%, but every month you will get a bit of money, because you have lended your money. So every month they will give you money. And this is the same with dividend stocks. Maybe you know about this, right? They will give you put your money in there, and they will give you a small piece of money in return every month, instead of the stock market where you just put your money in there, wait for 50 years and then it is at a high price and then you can take it out. No, because if you lend your money, they will bring you constant money. You will get a constant like cash flow. It's almost like passive income. So I think this is the way to go, because if you like do this for passive income, you will actually increase your income, and you will actually use the money right now to live in it now, and don't use the money to because if you just invest in the stock market, you can only use that money 70 years from now or 50 years from now when you're old. But if you like lend your money into bonds and like dividend stocks, you can actually use the money right now. You can increase your passive income. So I think this is a great way to go. I haven't really looked into this like fully. I think like bonds and dividend stocks are free. I think there are a few more ways. I haven't really looked into this like fully because I'm not already making 10K a month. So when I will be looking into this, and this will be the way I will go. Maybe I will put a small percentage in like Bitcoin or gold, right? Like a small percentage, but not like the most part I will put in this like lending money thing. So, and if you watched all the way to the end, I want to thank you for your attention, because I know this isn't probably easy and my way of speaking isn't the easiest, because I just started out, I'm not a great speaker. So I want to become a great speaker, but I wanted to do a like different format than I normally do, because normally I will just be like, I will not be fully reading from a script, but sometimes I will even like say something like 5 or 6 times, before I get the right line and I keep that line. But that's like pretty unnatural. So I want to become more natural in a way that I'm speaking to you guys. So let me know what you think about this. If this is better or you just think it sucks, because I don't want to be the YouTuber who just puts something on YouTube just for the sake of dopamine, so you will feel good. And I want to know, I want you to be able to see the real me, to see how I truly talk to people. Remember, Spartans, don't be a fool and spend your valuable time doing the things that will bring you little to no money in return. Spend your time wisely by building a business which can make money for you. At the same time, invest in yourself, improve your knowledge. That's the true investment with an infinite return on investment. If you want to know about the mindset shift you need to make to become an entrepreneur, go and watch this video. Spartans, prepare for glory.